Welcome back. Today on Real Reviews, I'm going to be attempting to fix this Pool Blaster cordless pool vacuum that I have right here. So I have several different things I'm going to be working with today. Basically what I have to try to do is I have to try to take this old battery and I'm swapping it out for a new battery that I got. And I have to heat shrink these tubes right here with this little Wagner mini heat gun. And then I'm going to be using this cool little cordless soldering iron. I really don't know how to solder, but I got a cordless little mini soldering iron. We're going to try to use this to solder one little spot over here where the wire broke off. This wire needs to go back into this spot right here. So let's go ahead and get started with taking out the new battery. Here's our new battery. And hopefully this one will work. It's basically the same specifications as the old one. Undo them. Now those wires, they look really short, so I'm probably going to have to get a little bit more length off of those. Grab our trusty little wire stripper. Right, here we go. Got a little wire stripper here. I'm not really great with electronics or anything like that, so I'm not really teaching you guys anything here. It's kind of just like showing proof of concept, seeing if I can actually fix this thing. This wire stripper kind of also sucks, so yeah, bear with that. There we go, but it did do the job. Go ahead and get the other wire here. It's on the smallest little hole. There we go. And I can just pull that piece off. Boom, now I got some wire to work with. So now the goal is going to be to take these wires and wrap them in here and then run this heat shrink without getting metal splinters in my fingers, which is always lots of fun, not really. Then we'll take this heat tubing right here. We're going to try to heat shrink it on to the wires to hold them in place. Let's get this here and wrap this. Something like this. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Just like that. And we'll just, I guess, fold this wire over. Fold it over maybe this wire. Now, I don't know why this other little battery wires are so thin, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. So we just got to work with it. So that should do. So we got that one in place. Now we'll go ahead and do the same thing with the red one. And let's try not to tangle them up here. Get this red one in here. And just kind of twist it. Same thing. Now you got to always be careful when you're doing this because these little tiny pieces of metal wire, they definitely like to just jab you in your fingers. So you don't want that to happen. And go ahead and fold that over and get the shrink tubing on top of it. Just like that. Keep it right about in the middle on both of them. Kind of feel, okay, there's room on both sides there. There's room on both sides. So now we need to take this little Wagner heat gun. And now it has two settings. It has 1 and a 2. I think we'll just try it on 1. Hopefully that's hot enough. And try not to like melt this battery or make the battery explode in the process. See how this works. Maybe we'll crank it up to 2. I guess that's pretty good. It seems like it's going to hold it pretty well. Might want to shrink these edges down a little bit more. And I'll just have to call that done. Now that's really hot right now, so make sure you do not touch that if you're doing something like that. And now the next thing we got to do, we have this battery, kind of flip it this way, get it the same way, and transfer these little sticky things in here so they can kind of make up for the gap. So there we go, we got that one. Just do it exactly how it was, transfer them over. And this one's kind of breaking. You could also use the heat gun to kind of like, you know, loosen these up so so the sticker doesn't peel off, but whatever, I'm doing it kind of crazy today. It's gonna get through this quickly and hopefully this works. So do the same thing here on the bottom, center it in the middle, just kind of wrap it and then boom. That should be nice. So now here's the battery, here's the hole. This kind of just has to go inside of here, this way here. There we go. So that's in there. And now we have to actually get this. Let's see, this is going to be facing down here. Like this. Got to get these screws in here. See exactly where those go. I'm not really sure. And this is like covered with silicone oil. Sorry for my hello finger there, guys. This is literally covered with silicone oil. It's so gross. And we do have to get some more silicone oil to seal this gasket over here. So this thing will be waterproof once again. Get these screws where they belong. Screw them in. There we go. And so this actual pool vacuum, this cordless pool vacuum is about, I don't know, $130 or $140. But his battery I bought was only like, I don't know, 18 bucks or something like that. So the battery is really all I bought, and everything else I already had. Actually, no, I didn't just buy the battery. Sorry, I did also buy this little soldering iron. So that cost me, I think, like, I don't know, 16 bucks for the soldering iron, like 18 bucks for the battery. So like $40 or something like that total, a little bit less than $40. And I should be able to fix this device that costs over 130 bucks, 130, 140 bucks. So now this is the part that I really don't know how to do that great. And that's going to be soldering this on right here. So I got to basically get my little soldering iron. I got to somehow solder this wire onto that connector right there. And then this just goes on here and it clamps in with a couple of clamps. Let me actually go get my clamps and go get some silicone oil. Alrighty, we are back. So here are those little clamps. They kind of have to go around here on the sides to clamp this into place. They kind of go this way and they clamp it in so that this could stay nice and watertight. I also got a little alcohol swab because the silicone oil, I got to get it off somehow. And I'll probably have to get a rubber glove so I can put the silicone oil on in a piece of paper towel. Alrighty guys, here we go. Let's go ahead and get the soldering iron out. And here is, oh boy, that's really stuck in there. A nice little soldering iron. Now, I'm sure that after a while of putting this thing back in this case right here, it's kind of just under pressure and it's going to probably leave some marks on this because these little plastic pieces are just unforgiving. And then also this does have a little cool thing right here that you can put it in to cool it down. Also, it just has like a little cleaning pad. I guess we can get some water on that to clean the tip off, which I probably should already have like a drop of water on there, but you know, whatever. I'll figure something else out. Clean it off with a piece of paper towel. This tip is kind of like a flat tip. I don't know if that'll work. Basically, the way you get the tip inside of here, you just go like this and you just push it down. And that's in. That's it. Then you have your little power button here. My assistant just brought me a wet paper towel. Okay, so here we go. Take my little soldering iron kit, put it over here so I can get to it. And now we just go ahead and press the power button. It says on. And okay, so it's on. So now what? Hopefully it's heating up. I really don't know. Or is it already glitched out? There we go. Now it's actually heating up. So I guess the tip wasn't fully in. So if the tip isn't fully seated, then it has some type of safety mechanism to stop it from working. So it's heating up really fast. I mean, look at that. It's already 300 plus degrees. Now, I'm not sure what the minimum is. I guess 345. And there's actually smoke coming out of the tip right now. It's smoking. I don't know why, but it's actually smoking. That doesn't seem like the best thing to be happening. So we're going to try to heat up this solder right here and see if we can get this piece of wire to stick on a solder. However we do that, you're supposed to heat up your work that you're going to solder it to. Now, I am no soldering expert by any means at all, so I don't know how to do this besides the concept behind it. So is this working? I don't think so. It doesn't seem to be hot enough, so let's go ahead and raise this a little bit. I'm going to raise it to like 375. So it looks like 345 was the minimum. It's up to 375 here. And that does not seem to be hot enough to heat it up. Let's try a little bit higher. Let's try like 420. So we got it at 420 right now. See if that does it. Right, it's already heated up to 420. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's not really sticking. This wire is really, really cheap. I think we got to get probably like tin this wire a little bit in order for it to work. How we do that, I don't even know exactly. Don't really know exactly. I do have some solder right here, so we could try that out and see what happens. Now, getting this solder out is another thing. That does not seem to be coming out too easily. Okay, there we go. Got a little bit of solder here. How do we get to it? Here we go. Right here. It's kind of wrapped. Right now, to tin this wire, I really don't know how I'm going to do this. We're just going to try whatever we can possibly try here. Let's get the wire like underneath it here. And just see if we can get some of this solder on it. Whew, that stinks. Soldering is definitely not easy. Not easy, at least not to me. This wire is already super hot. I think the plastic is starting to melt. Let's go ahead and just try to give this a shot. Maybe we can get some actual solder on the tip here. I know they say you're supposed to do that to like kind of like coat the tip. Now we'll see if we can get it on here. Whew, that's really hot. Did we get it on there? I don't know. I mean, it looks like it's connected. That should probably be good enough. I mean, it's not like a professional job or anything, but definitely that looks better than I had it before. So let's go ahead and turn this off. Actually, we should probably try to clean it. Got a wet piece of paper towel here. It's probably the wrong way to do it. I know you guys are going to tell me every which way that this is wrong, but it feels so right. It just feels so right. All right, that looks pretty clean. I mean, that's like brand new again. Go ahead and turn that off, and then boom, it's off. Put that back inside of there. Nice and safe, hopefully. Let's put that over to the side without melting that little bag and put this little solder back in here. So that kind of worked, I guess, you know, tinning the tip, sort of tinning the tip, and then just, I don't know, heating up the work rather than the actual wire. So now let's go ahead and get our trusty little rubber glove on here. Nice. There we go. Get some cheap silicone oil. This is just waterproof grease, just basic cheap stuff. Because if you use like the higher grade one, like the food grade one, it just doesn't seem to work as good. I don't know why. This cheap stuff seems to work really well. Go ahead and just get this all over this little seal right here. And don't be cheap with the cheap stuff. Get it under here on the seal everywhere. Really, it's easier to just kind of like run it around the seal from the actual container like this. But I can't really reach the bottom, so. Now, whoever sealed this thing last time, they just went absolutely nuts with the silicone. I have to say that's good. Good enough. All right, that's pretty nasty. And maybe I'll just leave this glove on because that's pretty gross to put on. It's gonna be a little bit tough here. So basically, this is just gonna go here like this, into this hole, just like that. I'm gonna push it in. Okay, and it doesn't want to stay. It hates to stay in there. What you got to do is you gotta kind of get these clips in here. So these clips, they go around. Let's see which one I can get on first. Maybe get this one on first from the bottom here. This is the trickiest part, I think, of the whole project, is getting these stupid clips back on. I should probably press the button, right? See if it even works. It works. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Rejected. Okay, so after lots of fun and a whole bunch of choice words, we finally got this top clip on here. And now I'm gonna try to get the bottom clip now that that's kind of locked in. So the way that you gotta do it, you kind of gotta get this clip in here like this with this flat part here. And you gotta get it around this. So right around this edge here and around this other edge here. It's kind of really hard to see it, but hopefully you get the point. There we go. Now it's in. Now you just lock it in. There we go. That's done. That's actually back together and it should be watertight. And let's see if it still works after I just did all of that craziness. Nice. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So we actually did it, guys. We actually got this thing together. And for the soldering iron and for the Wagner mini heat gun right here, I will put some links in the description if you're interested in getting either one of those. I think the soldering iron is really cool. Even though I don't know how to use it, it definitely heats up. It definitely works. It comes with some flux. It comes with a little cleaner here. It also comes with some solder, and it comes with 3 different tips. Tips are really easy to get out and put in. So that's also nice. And it has a little spot right there. You can put it for cooling. And as you saw, I was going crazy on this table and it didn't even fall over. So that was also really nice. Anyhow, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell button so you never miss another video on Real Reviews. See you guys next time.